Divorce, it's all around us. It impacts us. It's in our families. It's among our friends. It's in the world around us. We see it in our neighborhoods, and we see it in the youth that we work with. 50% of marriages in Canada end in divorce. That means that 1 in 3 students we work with will have gone through divorce or have a family that's struggling in the midst of it right now. That's 1 in 8 students growing up in a home with a single parent, and 1 in 8 students growing up in a home with step family. That's a lot for students to go through. We need to notice. We need to take notice of the things that our students are feeling. We need to notice the sadness, the worry, the anger, the confusion, the guilt, and maybe even the relief that they are feeling. And when we notice it, we need to ask them good questions. As we ask students questions, we validate what they're feeling. When we ask them, what is it like in your house now that dad is gone? It helps them verbalize it out loud. And as they verbalize, it helps them process through what's going on. When we ask these good questions, we need to listen. We need to listen for one reason, that we can't fix this. There's no way you can fix your student's parents' marriage. But we also need to listen because we need to figure out how to empathize with our students. We need to know what they're going through so we can connect with them in a bigger way and walk in their shoes for a little bit. We may also have our own experiences that we can link into that maybe you've grown up in a home that was full of parents in disarray and a lot of discomfort, and you can connect that to your students. We also want to help them learn skills. We need our students to become resilient. We want to help them learn how to communicate, to problem solve, to find identity, to cope, to have ideas of how to cope, to find purpose, and especially to find spiritual connection. We want our students to know that there is something bigger than themselves that gives them a sense of belonging. Most students who go through divorce feel robbed of their sense of security, and they question their belonging. But we can invite them into the family of God. We can help them see that there is a family waiting for them that's a little crazy sometimes, a little uncomfortable sometimes, but welcoming nonetheless. We can welcome them long before they meet the person of Jesus. As we introduce them to the person of Jesus, we need to be careful of our language. We need to remember that 80% of our students are growing up in homes with single moms where dad may or may not be present. Talking to those students about God the Father may give them no link to the person of God. They may not understand what that means. We need to introduce them to a God who is father to the fatherless and bring hope into their lives, that there is more for them than what they've experienced. And probably the best thing we can do for our students is to model for them what relationship can look like. We need to show them that love can last and that we can be consistent in the relationships we build. We need to help them see that they're not forever defined by their family's past.